your local network.
Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Paula Degnan. Criminal and morally reprehensible. Words from the Vatican today in the first response on the recent grand jury report on sexual abuse of minors by priests in Pennsylvania. The response came from the Vatican's press office. Pope Francis did not comment directly on the accusations in the report. Meanwhile, the fallout from that report continues. Some residents in Hazel Township are questioning if a street named after a priest whose name appeared on the recent grand jury sexual abuse church report will be renamed. A street in the east end of Ridgewood was named after Father Gerard Angelo nearly 20 years ago. Angelo was part of the Shrine of Sacred Heart, which was constructed in 1974. He allegedly sexually abused a 14-year-old boy at a church in Williamsport. Hazel Township Supervisor Jim Montone said that he would consider letting the residents who live on Father Angelo Drive decide whether or not they would want to change it. And it is up to the Vatican as to whether retired Bishop James Timlin will face any consequences for failing to take action in the child abuse cases. The grand jury report released Tuesday cited that Timlin learned about priests who had abused children. Timlin allowed Reverend Thomas Skotek to transfer to parishes in Hazleton and Wilkes-Barre after he allegedly raped and got a teenage girl pregnant while serving at a church in Freeland. Though Timlin retired in 2003, he still takes part in church functions. According to Scranton Bishop Joseph Bambara, it is ultimately up to the Pope to place any sanctions against Timlin. And 2 days following the release of that report into sexual abuse in the Catholic Church, we're still learning more about some of the priests in the report. One of those priests, Father Edward Ganster, resigned from the clergy but asked the diocese for a letter of recommendation for his next job at Disney World. The diocese complied. Ganster was a priest at St. Joseph's in Frackville and then at St. Ambrose in Schuylkill Haven. The abuse is reported to have happened during his time at St. Joseph's in Frackville and at St. Joseph's in Easton. Since the report was made public, the AG said over 150 calls and/or emails have come into the office with tips or reports of abuse. That number is 888-528-8541, and the investigation is ongoing. Federal agents were in downtown Hazleton today. No word on what they were looking for, but files were seen being removed from the Broad Street Business Exchange. The building houses an insurance company and check cashing service. A multi-agency resource center will be set up for residents of Columbia County that were affected by the recent flooding. The center will be opened at the Benton High School Friday, August 17th and Saturday, August 18th from 10 a.m. until 6. Agencies that will be on hand include the Red Cross, PEMA, Columbia County Agriculture Department, and others. Residents are encouraged to attend and bring their completed damaged assessments forms with them. If you need a blank form, you're asked to contact your local municipality. 2 people from Hanover Township were indicted by a grand jury in Scranton on federal drug trafficking charges. Hakim Wilburn and Danielle Moorer allegedly sold drugs from June of 2015 until recently in Luzerne and Lackawanna counties. They were both charged with possession with intent to deliver a controlled substance. They must give up all their assets which were obtained through the drug sales. That includes bank accounts, homes, and vehicles. Supervisors in Wright Township are looking for a new secretary-treasurer. The board is seeking applications for the full-time job to replace the late Joan Malcolms, who died suddenly last month. Interested applicants should send a resume with a cover letter and salary requirements to Township Solicitor John Dean by August 27th. The person selected for the job will have to attend monthly township meetings, prepare township payroll, and deal with the general public. 2 buildings in Wilkes-Barre will be getting a facelift. That's thanks to a $1 million state grant. The buildings in the Guard complex will become headquarters to companies owned by entrepreneur Chris Jones. 16 and 24 South River Streets will also house a startup accelerator program. Jones, who owns KBJ Capital and an entertainment booking service, will work with local entrepreneurs to launch their projects. The Greater Wilkes-Barre Chamber of Business and Industry applied for the grant on behalf of Jones. Governor Tom Wolf said in a release that he is pleased to provide funding to both develop vacant properties and bolster a startup in the Wilkes-Barre area. Coming up on WYLN News, our Julia Wiegand brings the details on a new program to get students career ready. Plus, a new community park is becoming reality. But first, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Showers after midnight, the low 67. Looks like we're in store for some more thunderstorms both tomorrow and part of the day on Saturday. And looks like it's also getting cooler. We'll be right back.
Chur's Auto Sales has been serving the area with quality vehicles since 1954. Chur's Auto Sales is known as your friendly dealer and now in their 4th generation and voted the best used car dealer by the readers of Standard Speaker Choice Awards. John Chur would like to thank everyone that voted for his business. When you need a quality pre-owned vehicle, choose from a large selection at Chur's 570-454-7229.
When Matt Cartwright went to Washington, he left the truth behind. I'd never cut Social Security or Medicare. My own mom relies on it. The only person who ever voted to cut Medicare is Matt Cartwright. He attacks me while voting 96% of the time with Nancy Pelosi, calling her wonderful. Northeast Pennsylvania deserves better. In Congress, I'll strengthen Medicare and Social Security for years to come. I'm John Schrin, and I approve this message.
Serve the Lord, Singing for Joy, the CD by the Sisters of Holy Annunciation Monastery, can be yours for just $13, which includes shipping and tax. Mail a check to Holy Annunciation Monastery, 430 West County Road in Sugarloaf, Pennsylvania, or call 570-788-1205. This 10-song CD can be yours for just $13.
United Way of Wyoming Valley, alongside Northeast Pennsylvania Manufacturers and Employers Council, announcing a workforce development program expansion for Wyoming Valley High School students today. Our Julia Wiegand was there and has the details.
United Way of Wyoming Valley announced a new partnership with the Northeast PA Manufacturers and Employers Council to provide the YES program to eligible students in 4 new schools and districts in northern Luzerne County. These include the Wilkes-Barre Area School District, Greater Nanticoke Area School District, Westside CTC, and Wilkes-Barre Area CTC.
I just read from the Manufacturing Institute, which is a partner of the National Association of Manufacturers, who I work very closely with. They just completed a survey that 36% of students engaged in CTE, career technical education, have no connection whatsoever with future employers. So what an opportunity for the students, but also an opportunity for employers, manufacturers, and businesses to become engaged with the YES program and students by classroom speaking and providing tours in Luzerne County.
YES is a 120-hour, 1-credit, year-round elective course that addresses the shortfall of basic skills that employers say are lacking in many job applicants. United Way of Wyoming Valley is supporting the Workforce Development Program expansion through a $20,000 grant.
And this partnership and realizing that the United Way has a focus on workforce development is so extremely important that we're able to offer opportunity, the YES program, to students that would not have had that opportunity had it not been for United Way's focus and leadership with the partnership that has just become available.
The course addresses 38 modules in all, including communication, team building, interview resume cover letter writing, completing job applications, personal finance, conflict resolution, and time management. Students must pass a 6-panel drug screen, achieve a 95% attendance rate or higher, pass both the TABE and Wonderlic cognitive ability tests, complete 120 hours of curriculum, and earn their high school diploma. 330 employers throughout the region offer preferred interviews to YES graduates. Reporting from Wilkes-Barre for Wyln News, I'm Julia Wiegand.
And it's been more than a year since an old eyesore was torn down in Mahanoy City, but the memory of it will now live on. Where the old Kyer Brewery once stood in Schuylkill County is being transformed into something the community really needs, a park.
When I was like 12, 13 years old, I used to ride my bike up here, and you could smell the hops in the air.
Mahanoy City was founded in 1880. It closed in 1968, the building vacant until it was demolished in 2017.
It was once one of the most blighted sites in northeastern Pennsylvania, and we're turning it into something good.
The new park will include a pavilion with tables, park benches, ADA accessible paths, and for the kids, a big playground, climbing walls, swing sets, a seesaw, and merry-go-round are all in the plans. The park and playground will be finished next summer. It's funded through local and state grants. Schuylkill County Commissioners approved a rate increase to record deeds and mortgages to help in the fight against blight. The money from the $15 increase will be spent on demolition of blighted properties. It's estimated that the fee increase will generate about $150,000 a year for the county. Initially, the money will be earmarked for the county's Blight Demolition Fund program. The rate increase will go into effect September 4th. Coming up on Upper Lehigh's News Choice, the taste of Greater Hazleton in Community and You, plus remembering the Queen of Soul. But first, let's take a look at today's winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you played. Stay with us.
Physical Therapy and Balance Centers. It's spelled different because we are different. Physical is unlike any therapy center you've been to before. If you're tired of living in pain, if you want to move better, overcome an injury or balance disorder, or you just want to improve your strength and conditioning, our highly skilled team of medical experts will help you get back to living the life you enjoy. New mentality, new body, new life. Get physical.
Hi, I had a very minor fender bender tonight in an unreasonably narrow fast food drive-thru lane. Don't worry, I have everything handled. I already spoke to our Allstate agent, and I know that we have accident forgiveness, which is so smart on your guys' part. Like the fact that they'll
4 weeks without the car.
Okay, yep, good night.
With accident forgiveness, your rates won't go up just because of an accident. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown in the Hometown Village Square.
Pocono Raceway is summertime, where the whole crew's invited, where fans become friends, where good times roll, and the racing is always a little tricky. Bring your friends, bring your family, just bring it, Pocono style.
Welcome to Community and You here on Wyln, everyone. I'm Gary Perna. I'm very pleased to have with me Leanne Falwell, the Vice President of the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce. And we are here to talk about, believe it or not, the Taste of Greater Hazleton. It's right around the corner on Sunday, October 14th, and it's the 11th annual. I can't believe it's going on 11 years already. But this year we have a new location to talk about. So let's talk about the big move that we've made.
Right, so usually this event we have, for the last 11 years, we've had at the Hazleton Health and Wellness Center in Hazleton, and this year we're excited to have it at the Laurel Mall in Hazleton. So we're hoping that brings a bigger crowd, gives us more space, we have more restaurants. This is always a very well attended event, but this gives us a great opportunity to expand on it.
And speaking of having more restaurants, you guys are always looking to have more participants in that who are willing to come out and sample some of their best dishes here. And I know last year we had such a great time walking around, a lot of great food and even some great drinks as well with it. Mm-hmm. So again, you guys are looking for some of the businesses who maybe have never been part of it, who were maybe in the first 2 years or 3 years and kind of walked away, but now, maybe they have a new dish they want to put out. This is the perfect time to get the RSVPs in for businesses.
Exactly. That's what we're looking for right now, the businesses to participate. So any kind of businesses that, not even just restaurants. We have local supermarkets. Mm-hmm. We even have had Sam's Club in the past, catering facilities. Anybody that wants to showcase what they have going on as far as food or, like you said, mm-hmm. beverages. Last year we had Honey Hole Winery. We always have Verastros. They're a staple. So any of those types of businesses, you want to showcase something that you have, maybe, as you said, a new dish, mm-hmm. Something that has been a staple and you just maybe want to remind the community about that you have on your menu. So, anything along those lines, we're looking for businesses, catering mm-hmm. facilities, things of that nature. And
Leanne, if somebody wants to get involved with it, maybe to come in and show something or something along that line, how should they get in contact with you?
So they can just contact me at the chamber. They can call our office, 570-455-1509. Email me, lfalabelle@hazletonchamber.org. I'll also be posting the event up on our calendar of events, mm-hmm. our online calendar of events at hazletonchamber.org. And I'll have our contract there that the businesses can take a look at, and also on there outlines what their responsibilities are for that day. Mm-hmm. So basically, when businesses want to participate, for chamber members, there's no cost to participate. Okay. For non-members, it's $150. And if the business would participate and they would decide they wanted to join the chamber, that $150 can go directly towards their membership. So really, there wouldn't be a charge for the event. And a lot of times, that's how we've gotten new members over the years, because they attend the event and they really like it. It's great exposure for them, and then they get the benefit of joining the chamber as well.
And I know this is always a great event. It's always well attended. Is there a cutoff date when you will stop accepting businesses or something, so they kind of know, so you guys know how much room you need as well?
Right, exactly. So our deadline to participate is Friday, August 17th. Okay. And that gives us time. We like to promote the restaurants, the businesses that are going to be mm-hmm. participating in the event on our event poster, and when we come on, the news station and promote it and with ads and things like that. So, we like to promote them. So that's why we ask for August 17th. And it gives us about 2 months to promote the event really well. And as the event approaches, we announce the businesses that are participating, and then a few weeks later we'll announce the menu, what people can expect. So it's really exciting. We also do cooking demonstrations, so sometimes the businesses want to participate in a demonstration. If that's something that they're interested in, they can contact me about that as well.
All right, so a lot going on, and I know we can't wait to talk about who will be there and then when the tickets go on sale, because those tickets are hot commodities here once they do go on sale for this.
Yeah, it is. It's a very popular event. It's a really nice event. I mean, usually we have around 20 participating businesses, mm-hmm. restaurants, catering facilities, and I always say, if you can finish all that food, I try really, really hard. My husband and my son come every year, and they try as well, but it's just nice, even if you just take a little sampling, mm-hmm. It's just sampling just from every restaurant, and that's the thing that businesses need to understand too. It's just, we're not asking you to provide a whole dish of food.
Right.
We just want it to be a little sampling, maybe 2 or 3 bites, and some businesses like to do maybe 1 or 2 bites of an appetizer and 1 or 2 bites of an entree. Mm-hmm. Even if a bakery, you can come and do your specialty cookie, or if you have cakes or anything like that.
Right.
So really just a nice sampling, because we really want the people to just get around to all the different ones.
And there's so much right here in Hazleton, and a lot of businesses, restaurants like that. So again, if you are a business interested in it, you have until mid-August to get all that information into Leanne, so we can get you on the list here, so we can make sure we have enough space and then get everything out in the months going forward. And again, this is the 11th annual Taste of Greater Hazleton. So if you are a restaurant or a business and that want to be part of it, you have something unique to show, food or drink, it's always a great opportunity to be part in. Leanne, thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
All right, and thanks for joining us here. We'll have more about the Taste of Greater Hazleton as it approaches here later in the fall. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll see you next time on WYLN.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Appliances are right over there, and this is part of our furniture department.
Okay, but I'm looking for a mattress.
Well, you've come to the right place. Grand Central is Northeast Pennsylvania's #1 Sealy mattress dealer. We have Sealy mattress sets from only $199 and Stearns & Foster queen sets from only $45 per month. We also have interest-free financing up to 60 months. And remember, delivery and takeaway are absolutely free.
So we don't have to do anything?
Not if you buy your Sealy mattress at Grand Central.
It looks like I did find the right place to buy a Sealy mattress.
Grand Central in Hazleton, the right place to buy a Sealy mattress.
FunFest is celebrating 40 years. Come to downtown Hazleton September 8th and 9th for Greater Hazleton's largest free family festival with great ethnic and festival food, activities, games, the animal show, fun inflatables, a car show, and great entertainment all weekend long. Fireworks start at 8 p.m. on Saturday, and on Sunday, it's the Great FunFest Parade. Admission is free, parking is free. Call 570-455-1509 or visit funfestpa.org. FunFest is made possible by these sponsors.
Luzerne County Community College held their ribbon cutting for their Pittston Center campus this morning. Located at the former M&T Educational Center building on Main Street in downtown Pittston, the new Pittston Center offers both day and evening classes for residents of Pittston, Upper Luzerne County, and the surrounding areas.
And we are involved now in this renaissance, this great renaissance that's gone on Main Street and in the city of Pittston, where in the last several years, I consider it almost a model city, an example for other cities on how they can transform a city and make it into what it is today. I think as time goes on, this facility is going to serve so many citizens who are going to be able to realize their educational dreams.
The center will be open for classes for fall of this year and will focus on preparing students interested in health, wellness, and leadership programs. Both credit and credit-free classes will be offered.
It's also very important to the businesses. You're attracting 200 students to the downtown. You're also offering courses up to businesses that want to improve workforce development skills. The community college does a great job on workforce development. So this $2 million project, attracting 200 students and planting the flag of community college in Pittston, it's a great day for the city of Pittston.
With the addition of this facility, LCCC now has 8 campuses spread throughout northeastern Pennsylvania. We are now 23 days away from FunFest. Make sure you join us Sunday afternoon, September 9th, for the signature event, the annual FunFest Parade. And please make a note of the new route. The parade will kick off at the intersection of Route 924 and Broad Street. And as always, WYLN will tape the parade for rebroadcast. We had so much fun last year. Gary Perna and I will be back for the parade that Sunday, and of course, fingers crossed for great weather. The Queen of Soul passed away today, surrounded by family and friends at her home in Detroit. Born in Memphis, Tennessee, Aretha Franklin rose to fame with 88 Billboard chart hits, including Respect, Natural Woman, and Freeway of Love. She won 18 Grammy Awards, including Best Female R&B Performance for 8 straight years. She was also awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom by President George W. Bush in 2005. Franklin battled health issues in recent years. Friends and fans paid tribute to Franklin today all over social media. The official cause of her death? Pancreatic cancer. Aretha Franklin was 76 years old. And just a little bit of a statistic on this date. In 1977, the king of rock and roll died. Elvis Presley was 42. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on WYLN News.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
For over 25 years, Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, 118 Boulevard Road, Bloomsburg, has provided professionally designed skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields. All stations are handicapped accessible with resident NRA certified shooting instructors on site. There are packages available to fit anyone's budget. Restaurant and catering on site. Our facility is also available for weddings, business meetings, bachelor and private parties. Call 570-384-2314.
WYLN, first in live sports. We bring you the event, not just the highlights. Live coverage of the high school football season starts August 24th on WYLN. We're your local network. Attention, WYLN viewers. WYLN TV can now be seen on the Hazleton Service Electric Cablevision HD tier, channel 507, and over the air at 35.1. WYLN, we're your local network. You're watching Monterey City's Choice. For news, weather, and live local sports. WYLN, we're your local network.